Well, good morning everyone. I'm up here in beautiful North Queensland on another dog trapping program, and I just thought I'd do an update on the clip that I put up there last week, which was do the right thing. Now, it's a pretty simple message: do the right thing, right? Unfortunately, some of the hunting clubs in this country did not get the message, or if they did get it, they chose to ignore it. Okay, now one in particular, and they won't like me to name their name because they'll get probably little jiggy burrs in their lace knickers. This club is one of the bigger deer associations of Australia. In their Queensland meeting, they actually named me at that meeting. Okay, they brought my name up, and there were some people in the group there that ridiculed us publicly, right? So dangerous ground, men, okay? Back off. They came up with the conclusion that this issue was covered by their insurance. That their insurance, which is a brilliant insurance, so all you people out there that might belong to this deer association, you've got great insurance that'll cover you, great. I tried to explain in that clip that this goes a lot further than that, a lot further than just insurance, and anybody that just relies on insurance is a fool. You are either doing it purposely, or you're doing it out of ignorance. Take your choice. Right, let's break this deeper. The conclusion at this meeting was that until this is tested in court, they saw no reason to do anything further. So what I'll do now, I'm addressing this to the landowners and the hunters that have got enough brains to listen. Right? So the rest of you, forget it. Switch off, go away. Don't even want to talk to you. So the people that have got a little bit of nous about them and the landowners, please have a look at this. The 2023 and 2024 industrial manslaughter legislation is going through right now. Okay? Here it is. I'll try and put some of the clips up here, some of the sections, so that you can understand it. It has been in place in Queensland here since 2017. So what is industrial manslaughter? Industrial manslaughter refers to the offence where a person conducting a business or undertaking, a PCBU, has recklessly or negligently failed to ensure the safety of workers or others impacted by their business or undertaking, leading to a death. On the 4th of September 2023, the Fair Work Legislation Amendment, Closing Loopholes Bill 2023, was introduced to Parliament, proposing a sweep of changes to the Fair Works Act 2009 and the Work Health and Safety Act 2011. One of the key work health and safety amendments was to criminalise industrial manslaughter at a federal level. Tragically, overnight, now here at the 17th of March 2024, another fatality has been recorded by the media on a Queensland rural property. Tragically, this could be another example of where this legislation comes into force. The maximum penalty for a PCBU, an individual, is 25 years imprisonment, and for a PCBU, a body corporate, is a fine of $18 million. The New South Wales Government has announced that they are committed to enacting an industrial manslaughter offence and are planning on introducing a bill to Parliament in the first half of this year. For these guys to say we won't do anything until it's tested in court, well, guys, it already has been tested in court, and the first guy who's just got out of jail now Look into the case of Jeffrey Owens of Gympie, an individual who was convicted and sentenced to 5 years in prison, suspended after 18 months, after he negligently caused the death of a worker who was crushed by a generator that fell on him from a moving forklift. Another case of a Brisbane company which was convicted and fined $3 million, and 2 directors were convicted and sentenced to 10 months imprisonment with a suspended sentence after a worker was killed by a reversing forklift truck driven by an unlicensed driver with no traffic management systems in place. In other words, no safe work method statements. Think about it, people. There isn't a working property that allows hunters on their property that you'll find that does not have a set of forks on a tractor or a forklift for lifting things like hay bales and lick blocks and fencing equipment. It's time for us to look at this situation. That's not proof enough, eh? Righto. And people say, one of the comments I saw from last week was that, McGhee's getting confused between recreational and commercial. What a clown that person is. What a clown. I can't say it any nicer. Righto. I'm standing here on the private freehold country of a landowner. I shot a deer here yesterday. I'm trapping dogs. I'll shoot some pigs today. Okay, I could either be in here commercially, I can be in here hunting just as a straight recreational hunter, or I can be in here saying that I'm controlling pest animals for the landowner. It doesn't matter. This is what some people cannot get through their skulls. It doesn't matter what I am here doing. If I am dead, right? If I'm dead out there in the field now, and I know there's quite a few people would laugh and clap their hands. That's the attitude that's been put up at some of these meetings, right? I'm dead out in the field there. It doesn't matter what insurance I've got. Safe Works Queensland is going to be here. The police, when they get here, will look for negligence. The ambulance will look for negligence. If there becomes a hospital involved with just an accident and they see something they think's to do with negligence, they have to report. The ambulance drivers have to report. The paramedics have to report. It's in legislation. So Safe Works Queensland will investigate. They'll ask the police as well. Was there signs of negligence? If they come here and they believe that this landowner did something that led to my death, then this landowner, under this new legislation, is facing up to 25 years in jail, and for a company or a business company, up to, I think it's $18 million in fines. Here it is. Look for yourself. That's going through. So Queensland's already got it in place. New South Wales, I think what they're saying there, New South Wales is going through before the middle of the year. Victoria sometime this year. Tasmania is saying they don't want a bar of it, right? But I think they'll have to come in line. There it is. Read it yourself. I'll put it up here. We'll pause it for a while so you can have a look at it. But this is what is coming down, people. So we're trying to get ahead of the game because we realise our little group, the Ridge Group, okay, written on the shirt. I've been part of that group for 30 years now. We've tried to take a really responsible attitude as compared to some of the other groups who are being, in my regard, totally irresponsible. Now they know there's a problem, and Mr. Landowner, Mr. or Mrs. Landowner that's listening to this, if you let one of these people on your property, they have got terrific insurance, okay? Not bagging out their insurance, right? Great club, great organisation, nothing wrong with that. Not bagging them at all. But if they're now choosing not to tell you of your risk when they know, and something happens, right? They are probably doing that so that their member with their insurance has got the best possible chance of taking you to the cleaners in a civil suit, okay? So as a solicitor tried to explain to me through my knucklehead a few days ago, he said, what we're talking now is entrapment. He said, this is when they know that the landowner might be at risk, but they're choosing not to do anything till they say, till it's tested in court. Well, it already has been tested in court. Not just that one case, but other cases, and there's a heap of other cases in front of the courts at the moment. So if you've followed me this far, realise that there is an issue. And if you're a landowner, you do need to have your safe work method statements, your hazard risk register, your emergency response, your site inductions, all this in place as if you were a mine, a coal mine or a gas pipeline or anything like that, or a business you'll see somebody operating in. There are quite a few of our members who are always also belong to this dear association, and we've got about 80 of our members that are joint between. They're getting it, they're understanding, and quite a few of them work in these industries where they cannot do a thing unless it's written down. They've got toolbox talks, they've got debriefs and briefs, and they've got emergency meetings. They've got all the different procedures that they've got to follow, okay, to try and combat this legislation that's going through. If you don't understand that by now, I don't think you will, or you're choosing not to. So landowners, check what I'm saying, read it yourself, look through this, ask your own solicitor. And if you've got somebody coming on your property that doesn't tell you, then they're doing that for a good reason. Get your stuff together, get something for them to sign and put it in front of them. Now, if you want help with this, our Ridge Group has done an amazing amount of work to get a program in place now where we have got that system. We have got the system, and contrary to what some of these people were saying at this Deer Association meeting the other night, McGhie does have insurance. But some of the guides that are operating out there across this country, they might have insurance that covers them, but the landowner is absolutely at risk, totally at risk. If you don't believe me, get your own solicitor and check through it, or read some of the stuff that's put up by the Ridge Group, and you'll see that it's not McGhie being right, it's all the solicitors and the Safe Works Queensland people, the workplace health and safety people that have helped us. Their opinion, you'll find, is correct. We're the ones trying to be responsible. So yeah, if you want to help, want some hand with this, go to the Ridge website, contact them through that website, and we'll help as much as we can.